All right, well, if the government is back in business, it should be business as usual if you're flying anywhere in this country. The lines will be gone, all the problems will be gone. Not necessarily, and not so fast. The president of the National Air Traffic Controllers Association, Paul Rinaldi. Paul, when we last chatted, you had wanted to see this day come, and so it has. But it did open up a couple of reminders how vulnerable we are if only a few people leave their desks or don't show up for work. Any lessons from any of this?
Well, it certainly showed our staffing crisis that we have throughout the system. 30-year low of fully certified controllers. And what we saw yesterday was, a handful of controllers in a building that has about 400 controllers not show up, and they couldn't open all the positions. So I think what we have to, lessons out of this is we have to really focus on hiring air traffic controllers. Our academy has been closed for the last 35 days. We're working on getting that going, getting it up. We have plans with the FAA right now to get it going as quick as possible, because we have to hire more air traffic controllers and train them. It takes 3 to 6 years, depending on the facility they're going to train them so they can work on their own.
Paul, much has been raised to the fact that everyone understands pressures on the job, especially when you're not getting paid for that job.
Right.
But when 1 out of 10 TSA workers, for example, I don't know what the exact numbers were for flight controllers, don't show up, technically they can't do that. It's against the law. But they did. Will there be any punishment meted out for those who did that?
Well, we've tracked sick leave since the first day with the Secretary of Transportation and the FAA administrator, and our sick leave in the air traffic control unit was actually less than it was in a normal operation. So we stressed that this is not who we are, and that's not who we are. We're highly skilled, highly trained professionals, and take the safety of the flying public, that oath, very sacred.
So what happens if in 3 weeks we're back to doing this again and shutting down? Then what?
Well, I think the immediate relief we're seeing is that the controllers are expecting to get their paycheck Tuesday or Wednesday next week, some money to stop paying some bills. So that stress that they were dealing with is out of the work environment, which helps tremendously. Now, yes, we certainly hope we never see this again. It's really not a smart move by either party or the White House. It cost, I saw a report, it costs $90 million a day to have federal employees stay home. That's absurd. They should come to work, they should get paid, and they should do the work for the American public.
Do you think this whole episode has given bad guys ideas, seeing the vulnerabilities in our air traffic system that we might regret?
I think we really have to start to put the pieces together, the puzzle back together over the last 35 days, and make sure that there are no vulnerabilities, and certainly make sure that any risk that entered into our system, we mitigate it immediately.
Paul Rinaldi, thank you very, very much. Very good talking to you.
I appreciate it. Thank you, Neil.